Welcome back. Lunchtime.
We're back. We're back for another one.
Yeah.
Kind of an interesting topic today.
Super cool topic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
After thinking about it, yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Difficulty in today's games.
Yeah. It's not even so much today's games. It's kind of been around for a while. Souls-likes have been around forever.
Hold on. Okay. Hold on. You say forever like it's been like really forever, but it hasn't been. Souls-likes only came out, 10 years ago?
Well, I mean, in terms of gaming, that's a long time.
Demon Souls came out like 10 years ago?
What was first? Dark Souls 1?
I think Demon Souls was first.
Was it?
And then Dark Souls, yeah. Maybe Dark Souls and then Demon Souls and then Dark Souls 2.
Yeah. Okay. So
shout out Miyazaki.
So what do you think? Do you think Souls-like games like that are artificially lengthened because
hold on. Okay, so we're talking about difficulty in games.
Oh yeah.
I forgot what I was going to get at. But okay, difficulty in games. You're saying it's a new thing today, but you're kind of...
No, I said that they were around forever.
Yeah. I think it's a new thing today. Not just today, but like, maybe since like the 64 era, 64, Dreamcast, because prior to that, Super Nintendo, NES, Genesis, Game Boy, whatever, you didn't have a choice. They didn't give you a choice to choose your difficulty.
Yeah. Even like Super Mario, they didn't have like difficulty levels.
It's just Mario.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
I remember hearing about some games way back in the day. Like I heard like even like the Lion King game was like incredibly difficult. You ever played that one?
Yeah.
Or
I beat it.
Did you?
Yeah.
Okay. Calm down. Don't brag. There was also what was the other one? Oh, it's like Battletoads.
Yep.
I heard that one's like extremely hard.
It is extremely hard. Battletoads, all the Mega Man games back then were difficult. There's one other, Ghouls and Goblins. Another extremely difficult game. There's like some games that take the mantle of like extreme difficulty, especially like in the NES days, Super Nintendo days. Yeah, Battletoads is like one. Battletoads, you got to commit like 30 hours or, to beating it.
I mean, that's like no big deal nowadays.
It's not. But there's only like, 15 levels or whatever.
Yeah.
And they're all like 3 minutes each, but
you gotta die over and over.
Yeah. Yeah.
So maybe they did use the difficulty to make it last longer.
I don't know. Who knows why? I don't think there's been ever some documentary about Battletoads. Like, why in the world did you make this?
Right.
Why did you do this?
What? I can't believe you've done this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I've always had that thought of like, do they make these games really hard just so they take longer to beat?
And they may not even like, they may just make a level like the original Mario Brothers, right? You make a level and then you give Mario physics.
Right.
And then your hands off. Can you get through this level with the physics that we gave Mario?
Right.
If it's yes, okay. If it's no, well, we got to make Mario jump longer. We got to make him jump higher. We got to do this or whatever.
Yeah.
He's falling too fast. People are dying. Well, we got to change the physics a little bit. And I think that's how the early games were made. You create the level, you create whatever you want, and then you give it some physics or constraints.
Yeah.
I don't think they were thinking about difficulty from the get-go.
Yeah. I mean, maybe they just had really good playtesters. I mean, if you were a playtester for video games, you'd have to be really good at that point.
Yeah.
Now they probably just bring whoever off the street to playtest games.
I mean, that's kind of what we were talking about the other day. Like the future of the podcast, we want to be like kind of like IGN, and IGN right now has like worst.
I said anti-IGN.
Well, we want to be we want to be the antithesis to IGN.
Yeah.
The actual good version of it. But IGN, I saw some articles saying like playtesters are horrible at playing games. Like they're good journalists or whatever.
So many bad takes. They have so many bad takes. It's like the people that write for IGN. They're just people who want to be a journalist first, and they just happen to be stuck in a space that only talks about video games.
No, well, it's like you go to like, I don't know, you go to some college or whatever. You're like, hey, journalist, you want to document whatever. And they're like, oh, okay, what are you into? Oh, I like video games. I play video games.
Yeah.
I play, a little bit of Candy Crush.
Yeah, exactly.
I played Mario Brothers.
I played
when I was a kid.
Minecraft for 10 minutes. I like video games.
Yeah. You're hired.
Yeah, that's how it seems. Well, they probably have to keep up a standard when it comes to the writing aspect of it, which is, that's fine. But at least find people with a bit of gaming knowledge and not just want to piss every gamer off on the internet.
Yeah. With some weird takes. But like, I don't know, I saw some videos like some reviewers. There's like a reviewer difficulty or something like that they called it, where they were just horrible at playing this game, so they gave it a bad review.
Yeah, or who's that guy who I think he used to make games, and so he started streaming, and so that's just his way of telling people how he feels about certain games, but he's absolutely horrendous at video games, and so he just hates everything that's too hard.
Okay.
Have you seen that? Have you seen that guy?
No.
I forget his name. But yeah, there's that guy. I see him on Twitter all the time. I don't know why. Sometimes I'll just pop onto Twitter for a headline that I see, and I'll scroll a bit, and I'll find this guy just getting absolutely trashed in a video game, and he's just seeing red, angry, and those are funny videos to watch. Those are hilarious. And then the people are flaming him in the comments, like, dude, if you're going to be somebody on the internet playing video games, maybe you should get good, Maybe you should try a little harder.
I know, right? So we're talking about game difficulty, and that's like a part of it. It's like getting good.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe getting good is like what the developers want you to do.
Yeah, I mean, that's totally fine. There's a learning curve to a game. When I first started playing Black Myth Wukong, I love that game. That game is amazing. But when I first started playing, I died like 10 times in the first, I don't know, couple hours of playing it. Because the opening area, you start out, there's this giant, I guess he's like a Buddhist statue or whatever. Looks like a giant baby. If you've played the game, you know what I'm talking about. That dude is hella difficult. And there's like secrets to how there's always like...
Well, you have to learn, like, that's part of the game.
You have to learn.
It's like you learn the strategies.
You learn strategies. And so the boss fights are never my biggest quarrel with that type of game. It's always the small guys that you fight. You mostly fight those guys to kind of like build up resources and stuff. So I understand the design. I just hate how like empty those kind of worlds feel a little bit. Black Myth Wukong, on the other hand, though, like it had little secrets that you could go and find to help you, and that game was really good.
Yeah. Talking about like developers and difficulty. I remember one game, the first Doom.
Oh yeah,
where like they had like 6 different difficulties, right? Where it was like, and they didn't call it like just easy, medium, or hard, right? It was like newbie or like baby.
It was like
difficulty.
yeah. Or I think with God of War, it was like, or maybe not God of War, but there was one I remember. It was like recruit, battle hardened, and then like legendary, and then like God mode or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
how Death Stranding was. I think it was like
No, it wasn't.
basic. Well, I know just, I don't know, within the last few months, they released Into the Wilder, which is even harder, where it's like nonstop. You're running out of resources. There's BTs everywhere, that kind of thing. I know they just released that.
Yeah. Okay, the classic Doom. I looked it up. I had to look it up.
Okay.
It's ridiculous. Okay, the classic Doom series features 5 iconic difficulty levels. One is I'm too young to die. Next one is hey, not too rough. Next one is hurt me plenty. Next one's ultra violence. And the last one's nightmare, right? And as you on the menu, when you pick the different difficulties, you can move your cursor, whatever, up and down. It shows the dude's face, the Doom guy, right? His face. And at the top, he's like smiling or whatever and happy. Next one, he's like more serious. And next one, he's like, real mean, had a mean mug. And next one, he's like bleeding a little bit. And Nightmare, he's like black eyes, red, dots for eyes. Some crazy, messed up.
I've seen some similar. It's probably like almost like a nod to that. I've seen some like that.
Yeah.
So what do you think when you see the lack of a difficulty level like that? Like it's just, you start the game, no difficulty level.
I've only ever seen that with, classic games or like Souls type, like Souls likes, especially like Dark Souls from Software games. And like, when I see that, I'm like, we're playing it the way it was meant to be played.
Yeah. Yeah. That's kind of how I see it. Yeah. There's no like taking it easy if you're wanting a take it easy kind of experience.
I know, that's another thing. Some developers put, how do you want to play this game? Do you want to play it with more of a story aspect?
Yeah.
Or do you want a challenge? It's like story, challenge, or, just difficult, whatever.
Yeah. Do you want to raise your blood pressure a few ticks?
Which is like, I'm not a big fan of that. Where it's like
not having?
Well, at least putting it that way. Because like there's some games, okay, if you're saying you'll play the game, but if you just want a nice playthrough and be immersed in the story, then play it in this mode.
Right.
If you want to play it the normal way, then play it this way. If you want more of a challenge, play it this way. It's like, no, that doesn't sound right. But if some developer comes out and says, hey, you play it the first time, you play it the way it's meant to be played, all the way through the first time, second playthrough, then we start increasing things. Then it's more of a challenge.
That's usually how I do things.
Then so you can unlock stuff. If you beat this next harder mode, you can unlock different things.
Right.
Like that, I'm all for. Ninja Gaiden was like that.
Yeah. Usually when I do a new game plus, I'll tick the difficulty up a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just did. So I went and saw Spider-Man Brand New Day, which was awesome. It was a good movie. But then as soon as I got home, I loved that movie so much. As soon as I got home, I downloaded Spider-Man 2, came out a couple years ago.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And I started a new game plus and I put it on hard mode. It was fun. It was, yeah, it's more rewarding for sure. I think for me, when I buy a game, just came out, I'm super excited about it. I'll put it on like medium, just so I kind of get to experience the story and everything, have fun with it, not get like super mad at it, because I'll crash out.
Well, yeah, I mean, if you get a game that has difficulty levels, the normal person does not put it on the highest difficulty for their first playthrough.
Yeah, unless they're like, that's just how they do things.
Or for me, it's because it's not the way it's meant to be played.
You think so?
No, because like usually, at least most games, if you go to the highest difficulty, enemies have more health. And nothing's really changed. There's no new movesets or whatever. Enemies have more health. You have less health,
Yeah.
less ammo, artificially changed,
Yeah.
right? So normally if it has 3 difficulties, I'm choosing the middle one. I'm not going easy mode.
Well, like when you started up God of War, just to play it or whatever, you were like, this is not, because you put it on like hard, and you were like, this is not what Kratos would be doing. Kratos would be like smacking these dudes around without any issue. I was like, yeah, you're probably right.
Yeah.
So like if you put it on easy, then it seems more realistic to how Kratos would have been.
Yeah, that was a whole different thing. That was like, it was more fun to be one-shotting
Yeah.
every enemy as Kratos than it was to like be slashing, dodging, moving around, jumping around, just all kinds of other random stuff.
I wonder how they're going to do that in the show. I wonder if they're going to make him more of like a tactical kind of fighter where he's like dodging and stuff like that, or if he's just going to be like one-shotting small enemies.
He needs to one-shot some.
Yeah, I mean, it only makes sense for Kratos. He's literally killing gods.
He was killing, the OG Kratos was killing everybody, not just gods. He was destroying everybody. My favorite cutscene, not my favorite, but like the one I talked to my buddies the most about is there's like a group, you're in like, I don't know, Greece or whatever.
Yeah.
Some ancient
Mount Olympus.
Maybe at the base of Mount Olympus or whatever. And like, there's these people running through the streets, right? And there's this random like lady who's like, just walking normally out of nowhere, just walking down the street. And then Kratos jumps off of a rooftop, lands down right behind this lady, and like slashes her throat or something crazy. And it's like, what the heck's going on?
Yeah.
But that was like Kratos. That was like Kratos' character.
Yeah.
So I'll show you that cutscene.
Well, I was playing God of War 1 again. Oh, that was kind of a while ago now. Remember I downloaded it on my laptop. Because I haven't played it in a while, and I just wanted to, relive the... Yeah. But yeah, did those have difficulty levels?
The old ones? I think so.
I don't remember.
Yeah. But it's like, I don't know. I think getting good is like, it's that in and of itself is a rewarding thing. So I'm playing Halo Campaign Evolved, right? And seeing those difficulty levels is like normal, heroic, legendary. And then maybe there's one more after that. I don't know. But it's like, the alien Covenant skull with the crossed swords and stuff. I'm like, it's bringing back memories. And I remember on the old Xbox, there's no way I'm beating Halo on Legendary.
Right.
Maybe if I committed enough
I remember watching a streamer just for funsies playing it, and he was having a hard time. He was on the hardest difficulty. He was having a hard time.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's like super difficult. But like playing Halo Campaign Evolved, I'm like, there's a couple things with that game that I could talk about, but the difficulty, playing it on normal mode, I'm like, this is way too easy.
Right.
It's way too easy for me. So maybe having higher difficulties could bring more fun into it. But
it's just if you're wanting a more rewarding experience.
Yeah. Yeah. Getting good. That's another thing. Getting good enough to beat it on Legendary is more reward. Like the reward is there rather than like actually.
Yeah. I remember how rewarding it was playing Black Myth Wukong and like beating the big bosses, and you're just like, yeah, like, I remember doing that a lot. Like, just like my wife's sitting next to me, like, are you okay? Like, do I need to call somebody? And I'm just like, yeah.
You're just screaming, just quiet, playing.
Well, the kids are asleep.
Immediately screaming.
The kids are asleep down the hall, and I'm like, yes. My wife's like, calm down, please.
Was there a game that you rage quit because of difficulty? I think Wukong.
No,
you didn't beat it.
I didn't beat it, but I got to the end. The dude at the very end. It's like
Elden Ring?
It's like a secret path to Elden Ring. We all know Elden Ring. I couldn't beat the fire giant. But that one I didn't rage quit. I was
quit.
like, I was playing. And
fizzled out.
And yeah, it fizzled out. I was like, okay. But it wasn't, I didn't stop playing the game because I couldn't beat that guy. I was playing. Time ran out. I had to go do some other stuff. And I just never got back into it.
Which I think is an even worse thing than.
But that's like what happened with Black Myth Wukong too. I think if I rage quit a game, I rage quit Crimson Desert the other day. Not because I couldn't beat a boss, but I couldn't tame this damn horse. Because there's a mechanic where you have to hop on the horse and you have to like hold the thumbstick back. You have to point the thumbstick towards where the tail's going, and the horse is like spinning around, and there's like a meter, and I could not tame the damn horse, and I was like, all right, I'm out.
Yeah,
I'll get back on later. Maybe we'll see.
Yeah. Here's another idea. Here's a thought. What if having easier difficulty in games today, making games too easy, is like stopping some like natural game playing like mechanic to stop you from playing so much, to stop you from putting too much time into a game at one time?
Maybe.
Okay, so your last words in our last episode, you said it's probably it's kind of a problem if you put too much time into games, right?
Yeah.
Right. So you just said something. You're like, you gave up because you couldn't tame a horse.
Yeah. It's not so much I gave up.
That's okay. Put down the controller.
Yeah, I agree. I absolutely agree with that. Yes, I think if you don't want it to become like this unhealthy thing.
Yeah.
So if you know, take a breather, take a break, go, I don't know, go outside, go touch grass, that whole thing.
Yeah. And I think difficulty, like a normal to higher difficulty game, especially when there's no difficulty in a game, like Dark Souls or whatever, Elden Ring.
It definitely helps because I've walked away. I've walked away for a bit, come back. You're actually better sometimes if you do that. You come back, you like
back the next day,
focus up, get a level head, try a new tactic.
Yeah, or look something up online,
Yeah, well, I hate that. I hate that so much. But I agree that it can help. Respec your build, that kind of thing. Yeah, I agree. But dude, the looking things up on your phone, because I'm so bad at that. When I start doing that, I do it for hours. I'll do it every waking minute. I'll just be YouTubing a new strategy, a new build, whatever. So I try not to do that because it becomes unhealthy. It becomes like I'm just thinking about nothing else until I get past that little hurdle.
That's a problem with today's like internet age. So back in the day, like Battletoads time,
you just played the game. There was no respec.
You had nothing to help you.
Yeah.
You had nothing. Maybe your buddy down the street. That's it.
Yeah. Or like you could call somebody.
I remember, okay, here's a story time. I remember my first playthrough of Donkey Kong Country. I was stuck on the last level when you fight King K. Rool. And I remember I couldn't beat it. And I was stuck on there for like days. Could have been like a week or 2 weeks, whatever. I couldn't do it. I couldn't get timing. I was like 8.
Right.
7, 8 years old, maybe 6 years old. I don't know. 7 or 8 years old. Couldn't do it. But then my sister brought over like one of her friends, and my sister's older, probably like 3 years older. So like the 11-year-old, 12-year-old friend comes over and she's like, "Oh, you're playing Donkey Kong Country?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's cool." I'm like, "Yeah, I'm stuck on the last boss and I can't beat it." Oh, she's like, "Oh, I can do it." I'm like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Okay, well, here you go." She plays it and she beats it. And I'm like, what the heck? I'm like blown away. I'm like, that's so cool. So this is what the end of the game looks like. This is the credits are rolling. This is what it looks like. And it only happened because somebody I'm assuming it was just a little bit older, like a little bit older, had more like, game
Dexterity.
playing experience.
Yeah.
Yeah. Had that like older dexterity.
Dude, that was the coolest thing when you knew somebody who could, is better at video games, who could beat harder parts of a game than you. And you just got so lucky because they'd come over and they would start playing and you're like, yes, thank you. Like, this is like the best thing ever.
Yeah. And I think that time, like the next day, like I remembered seeing it, how it was done. And then I did it myself.
Yeah.
I'm like, I did it.
Yeah.
It's not impossible. I could do it.
Yeah. I used to get stuck on games all the time when I was younger. Because, like, you just don't know, you don't even really know to look for resources at a certain age. Like, you're just like, I don't know, I guess I'll just play something else now. I don't know. You get stuck on something and you just, whatever.
Yeah. I mean, especially back in the day, I remember playing the first Pokemon Blue. And it's like, if you fail against the gym leader, like, what are you supposed to do?
Yeah.
Like, as a kid, nobody tells you, oh, just fight more Pokemon, level up your Pokemon.
Yep.
And then come back.
Yeah, I remember when I was real young and I was playing like Tak. You ever played Tak and the Power of Juju?
Never played it.
Those games were really fun. They're like fun platformy adventure type games. And it wasn't even like I'd get stuck on like a boss or anything. It was more I'd get stuck on, I don't know where to go from here. You get cornered in this weird area where it doesn't really show you where you're supposed to go. That's the worst because you're just like walking around in circles. You're not really sure where to go.
Yeah.
Those are the worst. I need to go back and play those just because of that.
Talking about difficulty in games, there's lots of difficulty. That's one aspect of difficulty.
It's not always fighting difficulty.
It's like just like getting lost or figuring out where to go.
Yeah. There's plenty of games I could go back and fix all that.
Like, I remember playing that Vex game.
Oh my god.
So here's another thing. It's like another thing that'll make you put down the controller.
I was stuck in the first level for I don't know how long.
Yeah.
29 years.
It's crazy.
Yeah. I never even saw the second map.
I know.
Until that day we did it here.
We did it. But it was like
crazy.
That part we went down to was like underground. Everything was like dirt and stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this is like, I don't know, it was like, it wasn't difficult. It was kind of difficult to platform around.
It's like platformy difficult, yeah.
But I'm like, I'm getting a headache playing this.
Oh my god, yeah.
I'm putting that controller down.
Like nausea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything looked the same. Everything was like, I was getting lost. You get turned around. You don't know where you're going. I'll put that controller down.
Yep. That's true.
So there's some games like that are difficult, and they're made difficult for whatever reason, and that happens.
Yeah. Or that other one you were playing. It was like a first person. It was almost like a Doom type of game.
Yeah, it's like
that one made me nauseous.
Yeah.
That one was
Yeah, that was
it looks like fun. I was like, this is like a lot of fun, but the way you're moving around threw my brain for a loop.
Did you ever play Quake?
No.
That's why.
I had a friend. That I'd hang out with all the time, and he was literally just sitting there playing Quake for hours. We barely even did anything besides him playing Quake and me sitting there watching him play Quake. That's all we did. I was like 2 years younger than him.
Yeah.
So I just was like, "What's up, dude? Want to hang out?" And he's like, "Yeah, come over." And he would just be sitting there playing Quake. It wasn't a very fun hangout session, but whatever. It was cool, I guess.
Yeah. No, Quake. So that game we were playing, if you played Quake, especially like Quake 3 Arena, it's pretty much like that. Super fast pace. You're jumping around. You have guns. You're switching guns, shooting. Everything's blowing up. Blood spraying everywhere.
It was either Quake or Final Fantasy. I don't remember which one, but it was one of the older ones.
That's kind of a big difference of games.
Yeah, that's what he was into. I don't know.
How do you not know the difference of Quake and Final Fantasy?
No. I'm saying he would play either one.
Oh,
he was playing one of those. He was playing those games.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know, man.
Another thing about difficulty, Final Fantasy. I was trying to play Final Fantasy VII because I always heard it's like the best game ever. Blah blah blah. I'm like, okay, I'll do it, and I got it.
Yeah.
I got all 4 discs on the PS1. Popped in the first disc, and I get like maybe 2 or 3 hours in, and I'm like, I don't know if I can get through all 4 discs. It was either like
The game had 4 discs. It was that big of a game that you had to play one disc and then take it out, put the next disc in.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yep. And like the difficulty, it was a lot of like getting turned around, not knowing where to go, not knowing what to do. And I think like the way the game was made, it was like difficult for like the average player.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And like, I think I stopped after like 4 hours or something like that. It's just, it wasn't my type of game.
Yeah.
There's only been a few games where I've put down and not finished for various reasons. But I would call Final Fantasy VII a difficult play.
Yeah, I was never into the turn-based stuff, so. But there was a couple that I would play, but kind of the same situation. Like it was too difficult. I just kind of was like, whatever.
Yeah. Well, but there were some turn-based games that were not that difficult that were really good, like Chrono Trigger. That game I could play over and over forever. That's my one game I would take to an island, a deserted island, and that'll keep me good for a while. But I remember playing it, and that game has like 7 different endings and like all kinds of crazy stuff. But like the first time I played it, I'm just trying to survive and get through.
Yeah.
Like, the ending that I get doesn't really matter. I just want to get to the end. But then there's some people that take it to the next level and want to see all the different endings. You have to do certain things in order. I'm like, oh, that's a little bit too much for me. That's cool, but a little bit too much for me. Yeah. If you want a good turn-based game, Chrono Trigger is the one.
Whether you're into difficulty levels or not, I don't know. What do you think?
Difficulty level?
Do you think they're necessary?
No.
I think for a good story-based game, if you want to play a game through for the story and not the struggle, then they're nice. But I mean, if you want a nice, rewarding experience, then just pick up a game that doesn't have a difficulty level and play it through, and then you'll get your.
I think if you're worried about difficulty levels or settings, you're worrying too much. Just play it how you want to play it.
Yeah, that's true.
Play it how you want to play it. If you want an easy way to see everything, just watch a video of playthrough.
Yeah.
Just watch somebody playing it.
If you're into hard games, just play on hard mode.
Yeah.
Or play games that don't have difficulty levels and you're good.
Yeah.
It's kind of there you go.
Just do what you want.
Yeah.
It's the moral of the episode.
Don't ruin good things for other people, I guess.
Yep, that's it. That's all the time we got. So like and subscribe. See you next time.
Yeah. See ya.